inform you that if you are a child under the age of 18 or get offended easily, this next show may not be for you. The content, opinions, and subject matter of these shows are solely the choice of your show hosts and their guests, and not those of the Entertainment Network or any affiliated stations. Any comments or inquiries should be directed to those show hosts. Thank you for listening.
They hear it correct. We just don't hear it correct.
We in the mix, it's another episode. We got the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes, download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show.
Yeah, they love us.
Russell.
Yo, what's up, everybody? We're live, right?
We are live, and everything looks good right now.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, bringing you the good times in music, fashion, pop culture, and entertainment. We're going to have a really fun show for you guys today, and yes, thank you for telling us that we look awesome and that, Ron, they want to know what they're eating, that they want one.
Delicious. They're Italian, like little, I don't know, they're a cookie with chocolate in the middle.
He loves chocolate.
This is my lunch. We didn't have time. I was on the phone with my friends from New York for hours, so I didn't realize that we were going on the air soon.
So anyway, let's say hi to everybody. All right, everybody. So we're going to have a great show. Before we get started, you already said hi to our cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell. Let's give a shout out to our super videographer, Mr. Scotty J from Rock Titan TV, who's in Philadelphia.
What's happening, guys?
There you go. Then we've also got the fabulously gorgeous Danielle at the W4CY studios in Florida.
Hello, hello, hello.
And we have a chat room full of people. What's up? Eileen Shapiro, Teresa Sabin, Dave Hughes from the UK. Rock Titan TV is in there, which if anybody doesn't know, that's Scotty J. Teresa Sabin, I don't know, it's kind of like going fast. I don't know where everybody is, but they will be coming on. And we've got a fun show for you guys today. We have actress Amanda Wyss. You know her from such great iconic films as Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Nightmare on Elm Street, Better Off Dead, Silverado. She's just fabulous. And then we have the incredibly talented One Up Duo, who is coming on board. And they've got a brand new Christmas song that we're going to try to get them to sing live for us. And that's it. That's what I've got going. Ron's enjoying himself eating his cookies. He's eaten like 6 of them. Go. Okay.
What are we counting?
No, I'm getting messages, so I have to answer.
A lunch break, folks. Lunch break. You know, in California, it's noontime. Time to have lunch.
They say they love your sweater, though.
Look at it.
That's his Christmas sweater, everybody. Next week is our annual Christmas show. It's going to be a lot of fun, so you don't want to miss it. And please say hello to our Grinch, who's in the back. Okay. Can you guys see the Grinch? So that's an actual life-size Grinch. He's about 5.5 feet tall, probably. So he's probably not life-size because the Grinch is probably like 8 feet tall. But
and what I do for our Christmas party, I lay him under the Christmas tree face down with a glass of an empty glass in one hand and a bottle of gin in the other hand, like he's drunk and he passed out under the Christmas tree.
And if you're following my Instagram, he was also playing the piano. Say that again, Danielle.
I said face down, ass up.
Yep, face down, ass up.
Why must you be vulgar on this elegant show?
Yeah.
We do not permit any sort of sordid, vulgar conduct.
I apologize.
This is a clean
Yes.
show. It's like, welcome to the neighborhood.
That's right. Did you get laid this weekend, Danielle?
Oh my God! Such shocking words. I can't breathe.
Actually, did you see Welcome to the... You look like you could be Mr. Rogers today in that sweater.
You know what? I could say something, but I won't. It's too vulgar.
Oh, Bruce Glasgow just joined us. What's up from BNS Designs? How you doing, Bruce? Happy to see you.
Bruce, thank you so much for all the attention you give me on Facebook. I appreciate it so much. Now I look for you when I'm on Facebook. What has Bruce got to say?
There you go. You got to love it. And Bruce sent us some cool t-shirts So thank you so much
How
for the
come I
t-shirt.
never
I forgot
saw
to wear
them?
them because they're in my office. Because I just opened them and they're in my office on
So
the
why
floor.
didn't you show me?
I should have shown you. I should have brought it to show. They're t-shirts that say something about. I forgot. I'll get them in a second. Talk with everybody, and I'll run and get them.
I'm burping. How can I talk while I'm burping?
Just talk.
I love my milk and cookies. I've had milk and cookies all of my life, and I will have milk and cookies till the end of my life. Anyway, folks, we went last night to the most beautiful dinner party. Our friends Mary Lynn and Andy threw in their gorgeous home. They have a home up in the hills that is really something that movie stars live in. The house is like 5,000 square feet or more. Beautiful sit-down dinner to china, silver, candlelight, the way I like it, the way I entertain, and it's so nice to have that again. And for all of you young folk out there, it's the holidays. And you should make it special by setting a beautiful table with beautiful china, a tablecloth.
It was
candles.
magnificent.
I'm talking, you rude piece of
Okay,
crap.
that's okay.
What a rude... I mean, what did I marry? Rudeness.
Well, I mean, you're talking. When I talk all the time, you interrupt.
Because you're boring. I have to
No,
interrupt
I'm
to,
not
make
boring.
to make it go. I'm interrupting because you're
Bruce
putting
says he
the
loves your
audience-
post. Go ahead and finish your thing.
You're putting everybody... No, I'm not going to finish now. I'm going to
Okay, well, then
smack
I'll
you.
show the t-shirts.
Well, look, see what I mean?
Well,
Oh,
finish.
he upstages me all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, it was a lovely, elegant evening, and I think all of you out there should do lovely, elegant evenings for your family and friends on the holidays.
Absolutely. We had a great time. It was very much fun, and we were with Garrick Lee from Garrick Lee Style TV, who's also Loretta Christensen.
Loretta Christensen,
and
yeah.
we had a blast. Also, you guys, so Bruce Glasgow has a fantastic company called B&S Designs, and he sent Ron and I a beautiful Christmas card, and then he sent us a shirt.
Did he put money in the card?
No, but he sent us each a shirt, and the shirt is about the show, and here's what it says.
What it says? What does it say?
Read it.
Warning,
show
the
everybody.
following may contain graphic content. Viewer discretion advised. And on the back it says, I don't want your company. It should say the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Send the shirt back.
It was a very nice thought. Thank you
That's
so
not
much,
a nice
Bruce.
thought.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I thought they were going to say our show. That should say the Jimmy Star, or better still, it should say Ron Russell's co-starring Jimmy Star on the back of that shirt. I'm not wearing that. I'm not going to plug him. I'm
We
not
always
like
plug
you.
him.
He's got polo here with the horse. You see, I don't wear any emblems of any of the
What do you
designers.
mean? You like polo?
I don't wear designer emblems until they pay me. When they pay me to, let me tell you something. My daughter was the business manager for Sharon Stone. Sharon Stone was promised a Rolls-Royce Corniche convertible if she drove it if she appeared in 6 photographs with it. Imagine. So, of course, she went all over Beverly Hills. They photographed her, and they used it in the commercial. Actually, not a commercial. They just used it to show that Sharon Stone owns a Corniche, and they gave it to her. Now, if this character wants us to promo something, it's got to be our show. We're not going to promo your stupid company. What do you do anyway? That's perverted. What
He
does
doesn't do anything.
What does he do? That
He's
he
a
has-
marketing person, and he does screen printing and all kinds of stuff. He's
So,
awesome.
so for that, I should wear his shirt?
For that, he sent you a gift, and I'm showing it to everybody.
Yeah, well, I'm going to send it back because it doesn't say the Ron Russell show.
Yeah, well, it's never going to say that anyway. Oh, B. Claudia just joined us. What's up, B. Claudia? So did Thomas Claxton. What's up? Thomas Claxton is going to be with Eileen and I when we go to NAMM in January in Anaheim, California. It's the big music convention, and there's a big concert nights after NAMM on January 16th, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So hello, Thomas, and welcome to the chat room. What's the matter?
Nothing, you're talking.
Oh, well, I'm always talking.
Yeah, but I don't interrupt you like you do me.
Does anybody want to weigh in on that? I think that we'll just have to wait. And Dave Hughes says we'll have to get you a T-shirt that says with Ron Russell show on the back of it just to shut you up. Dave.
Oh, your gift was a disappointment. What did I tell you?
I like it.
The front describes our show, and then in the back it should say the Ron Russell show
The
sometimes
Jimmy
with
Star
Jimmy
show
Star.
with Ron Russell.
sometimes with Jimmy Star when he's interesting, which is rarely ever. But
Ha ha ha. So say hi to B, because B's joined us, and B's been a little under the weather. Hello, B. We're happy
B.
to see you. We love you.
B, what's the matter, honey?
She's
Why
doing...
is she under the weather? Stop being an alcoholic. Stop
No,
drinking.
she's not drinking. Anyway, you gotta love the whole thing. It says Ron's sweater is missing 7 reindeer. Oh, it's only got 2. How do you know so it means there's supposed to be 9?
Rudolph, man, Rudolph.
Well, no, what happened was Santa got hungry and he ate the other ones.
Which could be.
He did-
How many reindeer actually are there on Dasher, Dancer,
Dancer,
Prancer, Vixen?
Prancer, your sister.
Wait, hang on. On Dasher, on Dancer, on Prancer, on Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, and Vixen, or Dixon, or Vixen.
Blitzen.
Rudolph. Nah, Blitzen. Oh, that's it. Thank you, Blitzen, Dixon, whatever.
But who do you recall the most
The most famous reindeer of all.
Yeah.
Rudolph the red-nosed
Oh,
reindeer.
the both of you, please.
We can't have music now, so
Everybody
that way we can sing. Everybody sing.
Don't go into a career of that.
Oh no, I would never.
I'm really bored today. What are we going to do to make the show interesting? It's such
We're
a
gonna have
boring
guests
show.
in a minute. We're gonna have guests
I
in a
have
minute.
to wipe my mouth. Excuse me.
Oh, look at that. He's got to wipe his mouth. And so Scotty J and Danielle are laughing. Oh, Jane Doe just jumped in. That's Angela. What's up, Angie?
Oh, Angie, baby! Now the show's going to get hot because Titana's here.
What's up, Angela?
That's her new nickname, Titana.
Titana?
Yeah, Titana.
Titana.
Don't be vulgar. We're not vulgar on the show anymore. We're
Okay.
keeping a clean show. Titana. Let me tell you a story. My friend Teresa Vecchio has an aunt, and her aunt in a Sicilian dialect was called Tizzi. Tizia is aunt in Italian. So we called her Tizzi for short. And one year I wanted to send her some flowers, forget what the reason was. And I called up the no, it wasn't flowers. I was sending her a telegram. In those days, we sent telegrams, probably of congratulations. I think maybe she shot her husband or something. But anyway, I told the telegraph lady, dear Tizia.
Telegraph lady.
Well, we had women that answered the phone that took your telegraph. You spoke to
What
them.
year is this?
This is maybe 1970-ish.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, I said, dear Tizia. She said, oh, sir, we cannot say that. I said, what is it you can't say, honey? She said, that word. I said, what word? She said, the word after dear. I said, you mean Tizia? She said, yes, we can't send that. I said, why? She said, because we can't. I said, get your filthy mind out of the gutter, lady. I said, Tizia in Italian is aunt. She said, oh, but we still can't send that word. And I was fuming. Now I'm getting madder and madder. And I said to her, I said, listen, I didn't say dear C-U-N-T. And I didn't say dear A-S-S-H-O-L-E. I said, dear Tizia. She hung up. And then then somebody called me back from the Federal Bureau of Investigation. Somebody big like that from Washington. Maybe it was Donald Trump. And said, you cannot say that to the federal government, and the telegraph company is a federal. Fuck you.
What does the I stand for in FBI? Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Ignorance.
Is that right, Scotty J or Danielle?
No,
Is it
Federal Ignorant Bureau.
No.
Because they're all ignoramuses. Anyway.
And for investigation.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know that
investigation.
well when they busted you for hooking. But anyway, that's how stupid this country was at one point, where freedom of speech wasn't. And the word Tizia is aunt. I mean, how dumb was this bitch?
I didn't know that though.
Well, that's what I said.
Yeah.
How dumb.
They want to know what is the Grinch doing?
The Grinch is. Last I saw him, he was scratching his nuts. But
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
what
know.
it looks like.
That's what it looks like. He's sitting on the arm of the sofa watching the show, because I don't know why. But he's watching this stupid show that stinks. We better get the show rolling. So far, it stinks.
No, it doesn't
No, I don't
stink.
care
They're
for it.
having fun. It doesn't
No.
matter if you care for it. We're going to call our first guest anyway.
I mean, eating cookies made the show good for me.
So everybody, we're going to get ready to call our first guest. She's a superstar. We've had her on the show once, but it was many, many years ago.
And I got to tell a quick story.
And I'm excited. Oh, go ahead.
I was talking to her the last time she was on, and I said, remember that movie? And who was that actress that was laying in the bed when the guy's hand came through and he killed her?
He was talking about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Right. And she started to laugh. She said, Ron, that was me. I said, oh, excuse me.
So you guys, we're gonna play. We're gonna call her. We're not playing anything because of some restrictions on YouTube that we haven't worked out. We're just gonna be calling everybody today.
YouTube is like communism.
Anyway, what we're gonna do is actually call right now Amanda Wiss and see if we can get her on the line live. So I'm gonna let Scotty J do that, and while he's doing that, I guess we're gonna keep entertaining you. Ron's drinking out of his big orange cup.
In his dreams, entertain. When did you ever entertain anybody?
I said you're gonna entertain.
Oh, that's different. Yes, here we are, folks.
I entertain people all the time.
Of course you do. How?
Huh?
How do you entertain people all the time?
By talking to them. People, besides you, other people enjoy talking to me.
Is that why they nod over and
They
start
don't
to snore?
nod over and snore. You're so full of shit.
I
That's
must.
not funny. Yep, there she is.
There she is.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
So now we know you wear glasses.
Yes. Hold on. Share your screen. I'm going to skip the tutorial. There we go.
I love it. So are you on a laptop?
I am.
So push your screen back a little teeny bit so we don't get the top of your head cut off.
Right.
There you go.
Perfect.
Perfect. Now now you look gorgeous as all.
And you don't have horns.
Oh, you guys. Oh, you look so Christmassy. And
A little bit. There you go. Now I like it. Now it's fabulous. Leave it on. It's perfect. It's really sweet.
That's so funny.
You know, now with the Mr. Rogers movie out, we're all trying to be sweet. Welcome to my
Preach in
neighborhood.
fashion.
I could sing Welcome to my neighborhood where the drug addicts are dropping needles. Be careful you don't get stung. Welcome to my neighborhood where the broads are all hookers.
Not your neighborhood. So Amanda, it's Wiss for your last name, right? Because I remember last time I messed it up.
Like whisked
Yes.
away.
Okay.
Okay.
No, just
Wi-
Wiss.
Well,
W-Y-S-S.
That other fabulous actress is Wiss. Diane Wiss. Weiss.
Well, she's Weist. I think she's
Weist.
Weist.
Yes, she's Weist.
Great actress, that Diane Weiss.
I was in a movie with her.
Yes.
Loved her.
And then there's Rachel Weisz.
Weiss,
Yes.
right?
Yeah. So and then I'm Wiss, which I think some Swiss pronounce it.
Does everybody mess it up the first time like I did, or no? Or everybody else
Well,
gets
you
it right?
didn't introduce her yet.
I know I haven't introduced her yet, but
we
we're
have to
talking.
stop. Everybody out there, make believe we never said anything.
No, we're gonna do an introduction now.
We got to go.
Now that we know that we can hear her.
Well,
All right.
We'll edit this. It gets edited anyway. Here we go. Let's make believe.
All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, the incredibly gorgeous and talented Amanda Wiss. Hello and welcome to the show.
Oh, how shocking.
Hi. Thank you for having me.
Oh, what
we're-
a surprise.
We're so
that you were
excited. I have to
here.
tell you, because the last time you were on, there was a technical difficulty and we didn't get the video. And I don't have a video of you. And I was so upset. I was like, oh my gosh, we have to have her come back. She's working all the time. And that way I can actually have a video.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know. Oh, that's right. I did know that.
Yes, the video didn't come through. And so now we've got some
I
new.
think we had a storm
We have-
happening
we
at
have-
that time. Wasn't there a big storm or something?
I don't know,
I
but
think there was. It was
just
something
got
like
messed
that.
up. So let me introduce
And
you
we
to
were in
everybody
Pencil-
again. Starting off with our cool, outrageous man about town, Ron Russell. Say hello again.
Oh, I'm so shocked to see you. My God, what a surprise. I had no idea you were here. But anyway,
Hold on, no, wait.
what?
Then we've got new engineers. We want to first introduce you to the gorgeous lady in our W4CY studios. Her name is Danielle. Danielle, say hi to Amanda.
Hello.
Hello, Danielle. Oh my gosh, you have such a beautiful voice.
Oh,
Ron,
you should hear,
You should hear her real
you should
voice.
hear her real voice.
We've been training her.
She sounds like Minnie Mouse in Heat.
Oh, good God almighty.
Oh, her real voice, forget it.
Danielle, do your D voice.
Do your real voice, Danielle. Talk real. Oh,
hi, welcome to the show.
no, that's not your real voice. You're
That's a
lying.
good one too.
You're lying.
Sounds sweet.
What are you
Her voice is like nails on the blackboard.
Oh, we love her though. Danielle is fabulous. So then we have in Philadelphia, we have the fabulous Scotty J. Scotty J, what's up? Say hello.
Amanda, I have a confession to make, and I might as well get it out of the way before the new year. This is like one of my resolutions that I'm just, I'm going to be more honest. You were one of my ultimate 80s crushes. I cannot lie. Loved you. Loved
he
you.
used-
Loved you. Loved
He
you.
used your image to masturbate every day.
No, come on.
Oh,
you're
good
foul.
God.
Don't
Well, you
pervert
did
this.
something.
Oh,
Okay, where
no.
did the Mr. Rogers kindness go?
Wait a minute. Wait, Mandy. He's a perv.
No, come on.
Can I call you Mandy? Is that all right?
No, Amanda.
Yes, you may call me Mandy.
Oh, fuck you, Jimmy. See? Amanda said it.
So then we have.
Listen,
Hold on.
I want to tell
wait,
you.
wait, I'm
something.
not finished.
Shut
And then
up,
we have a
you're
chat
never
room full of
finished.
people, so we got to say hi to everybody in the chat room. So say hi to everybody in the chat room.
Hi, everybody in the chat room.
There you go. Now you can talk.
When Jimmy said, because I never know who's coming on this stupid show that doesn't work, I said, who do we have this? Like, who do we have this week? Like, I'm so bored. And he said, you. And I got excited,
Yes,
didn't I?
yes,
I said,
you
I
did.
like her. She's really sweet. I'm so happy.
Plus, he
she's
loves to
back.
tell everybody the fact that the first time that you came on, he asked you if you had seen the horror movie where the girl gets killed in the bed with
And
the
it
guy
was
with the
you.
big hands, and you or her.
And it
He
was
loves.
you.
He tells everybody that story.
I mean, talk about an idiot. Talking about an idiot. That
I
just
thought it
did-
was priceless. It
But
was priceless.
It was innocent because I swear to you, it was not staged. I had no idea that you were the lady.
He's afraid of those movies.
Oh, I hate those movies. That you were the lady in the bed where the mat came through the mattress. I never forgot that. So for days I was like looking under my mattress. No, that was really, whoever wrote that neurotic, insane move was good, because that is a scary thing when you're lying in bed resting and a thing comes through the mattress and tries to cut your heart out. That is scary. Now, again, for those new viewers, now that we brought this issue up, how did you feel about shooting that scene? And how were you going to handle doing it?
You mean when we shot it?
Yes.
Was it didn't have CGI then? So
No CGI. That's all practical effects. And you know, it was. Well, first of all, Wes wrote. His storytelling was very specific, and he knew exactly what he wanted to have happen. But we rehearsed that, and then we went into the rotating room, and and then I had to make it look like I was being dragged, and so it was like filming a macabre ballet or something. You know what I mean? Like it was.
Absolutely, I know what you mean.
very,
A dream, almost like a dream sequence.
Yeah.
Hold on, we have to tell
I
everybody.
Never forgot it. And I think it was as good as Hitchcock's shower scene in Psycho.
Yeah.
I think it had that kind of an effect on people because I've talked about it often to many people, and they all said the same thing. Oh, that freaked me out. Oh my God, was that freaky? So.
So for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, Amanda
is a star.
Amanda is a star, and she played Tina Gray in Nightmare on Elm Street. That's the one that has Johnny Depp. That's the first one, the very first one, right?
Yeah,
is that the first one? Yeah, so she's like in the iconic one, and she's the girl who Freddy comes up and gets her through the bed, which is like one of the greatest kills ever.
They had a hole in the mattress where somebody's hand came through.
Yeah, I think that was that Johnny Depp's death scene or something?
Yeah. Yes.
But there were some good scary scenes. Wait, I'm fixing my.
That was a good. That was one of the better horror films. I think the earlier ones were better.
Oh, look! She's got a Christmas. I love it.
Good. We both were having lunch. We're having lunch together. But that.
That's what he's talking about.
and I'm going into 3 more. But mine good. Mine are not bad. I must plug mine. Mine, it's coming out in February, and it's called Clown. And I play a mist. I tell them when they leave. Why? Because they're killer clowns on Circus Road. Why? Because I'm really not a minister. I'm a charlatan who takes their money pretending, and I don't want to get caught. So I have them all killed by these killer clowns. Actually, that makes me sound like a star. I'm not the star. I'm probably the 6th. Luke, who are 2 of the best in the business, as you know. They're young girls that are coming up, and they're fabulous. I would watch
Giancarlo.
Well, oh yeah, and he was fabulous in the film, and it's really an interesting movie. It almost is camp.
It is camp,
and I like camp. And the second film I'm in is The Big Friggin' Rat, directed by Thomas Churchill.
About a giant rat.
And I play a mafia guy from Brooklyn or Staten Island.
Oh my gosh, those are such varied, fun roles to be playing.
Yes.
Well, I'm an old bag, so they give me the old bag roles.
He always plays mafia.
Mafia. Every movie I've ever been in, I was a gangster, the king of I was always the head. Now, getting to you, it's not about me.
Now, actually,
first of all, I love that you get to play these great characters. There's nothing better than being a character actor.
That's my question to you. Would you like to play the extreme, the evilest bitch in the world, or the kindest angel in the world? Which role would you prefer playing?
Wow. I think
it's got to be a bitch.
I have to tell you, both would be fun. It would depend on the story, because you would want to layer it with something. So it would depend on the story, but I mean, both would be really fun. And you know what? The best thing about getting a part you want to play, whether, like you said, it's like the evilest person in the world or the kindest angel, is figuring out how to make that you so that it's truthful and real and alive with what you bring to it. So both would be really fun. So I'd have to say it would depend on the story, and hopefully I'll get to play both at some point. I mean, I've played.
I'm sure you will.
I played Pretty Evil before. I mean, I've played.
No, I don't mean evil.
Serial
I
killer.
mean not evil. I mean bitchy. When I interviewed.
My whole career has been bitchy.
Oh, bitchy's good. When I interviewed.
I do a lot of bitches.
My mind just froze. Tippi Hedren. When I interviewed Tippi, I asked her that. I said, "Do you want to play bitchy roles or good roles?" She said, "Well, when she did The Birds, there was a scene where she brings tea into, I forgot the actress, the wonderful old lady.
Yeah.
And she was supposed to be bitchy. And she was very bitchy about bringing her the tea. And the old lady said to Tippi off camera, "Don't play it as a bitch. No one's going to like you. Do it sweet." And they reshot it, and Tippi went in sweet, and the sweet is what they used.
Yeah.
And Tippi said, she said the bitch would have been better.
Well, you know what? Those kind of roles, it depends on the story. Like if being a bitch serves the story and helps propel your character in the story forward, then that's the perfect way to play it. But like in that instance in The Birds, which almost knocked over the laptop, the audience needed to connect with her so that they could go on the journey. So that was a better choice.
Yeah, but the mother, his mother, who played the old lady, what is her name? She's a wonderful actress.
Yeah.
Old timer. Oh my! I loved her so much, and I can't remember her name. Anyway, she was difficult. She didn't like Tippi. She didn't trust Tippi. Tippi had been in a newspaper column where she was with a guy running around nude at the beach. So Tippi in those days was a loose woman, and this woman didn't want her son with him. So she was being difficult with Tippi. Now Tippi had a choice: play it where you romance the old bag, or you could be bitchy and put her in a place. That was a storyline. So I think they made a mistake. I think Tippi should have been a bitch because the old lady wasn't good to her.
Right. Well, that's
how would you have played it? What would have been your decision? Mother-in-law doesn't want you with her.
You know what?
son.
I don't know, because I think the movie works so well the way they ended up doing it. That I would make that choice, I think. But, I don't know. And who knows with the pressure on the set, what is going on in any given moment when you're making those decisions.
Well, it was Hitchcock chasing Tippi.
Yeah.
Doing all kinds of vulgar shit with her. I mean, Tippi and I are good friends.
I'm a big fan of hers.
I love her. She's a sweet lady. And she's a good friend of mine. And at lunch and stuff, I told her off the camera, I will never say what he said. But Tippi told me some of the stuff that he proposed to her. And let me tell you something. If that were today, he would have been ostracized, hung up. He would have been. I mean, what that other guy did to what's his name? The one that's in trouble,
Weinstein.
Weinstein. What he said. I'm going to be 80, honey. I'm going to be 80. The mind is going.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at the horrible situation. I just like that you called him Weinberger.
So hang on, I have to go.
Hitchcock beat them all.
Yes, he did terrible.
Yeah.
So hold on. To go over. First of all, everybody in the chat room is saying how wonderful and fabulously you look, and they were all huge fans, doing probably terrible things because it's all guys that are saying it, but they're all saying how gorgeous you are. So listen, everybody.
I like her personality.
Hang on.
I enjoy her.
Let me go because I got a whole bunch of things.
I could have lunch with you and not be bored.
So hold on.
We need to do that sometime.
Absolutely.
Are you in LA?
Yes. I think she's in LA.
Yeah,
yes.
I'm in LA.
You know what? I'm going to suggest your name. There's a couple of movies coming up. I would love to work with you. Oh, I would love to play a tough guy that smacks you around, and you could be a bitchy gun mole. Wouldn't that be fun?
It's a deal.
So hold on.
I'm going to talk to Thomas Churchill and throw your name at him. But are you expensive?
Don't talk about that. She's a million people
No, I have to
talking.
know. She's not a $200
No,
a night.
she's not a shitty. She doesn't do shitty movies. No.
No,
Okay.
Churchill doesn't do shitty movies.
Okay, so
Churchill's
hang on.
movies
Let
are
me
good.
talk, please. Okay, so first of all, everybody who's tuning in knows who we're talking to. This is Amanda Wiss. You know her from almost every TV show in the 80s and 90s, and even now, because what's that new show that you just did?
All Rise.
All Rise. I love that show. I haven't seen your episode, but I love that show.
Thank you.
She's on All Rise.
Have
you
I
guys.
watched it?
No. And so here's some. I'm gonna do some bragging for her before we get back, because the chat room has some questions for her that I want to bring up. But so you guys know her from Fast Times at Ridgemont High, Nightmare on Elm Street, Better Off Dead, Silverado. Those are all the hugest movies ever. She was in The Sandman with Haley Duff, produced by Stan Lee, which we have to ask about that later, so don't let me forget.
Okay.
She's been in so many things, it's not even funny. And some of the people that she's worked with, and I just wrote down the really cool big ones: Sean Penn, Jennifer Jason Leigh, Judge Reinhold, Phoebe Cates, Forrest Whitaker, Robert Mitchum, James Spader, Eric Stoltz, Lonnie Anderson, Paul Sorvino, Heather Langenkamp, Johnny Depp, Robert Englund, John Saxon, Lynn Shay, Kevin Kline. A bunch of these people have been on our show. Scott Glenn, Kevin Costner, Danny Glover, John Cleese, Rosanna Arquette, John Cusack, Diane Franklin, Ellen Bernstein, Sean Patrick Flannery, and there's hundreds more. I just picked those because everybody knows who those people are.
I know so many of them.
And so in the chat room,
Scott Glenn,
I
know.
Hang on. A bunch of the people have been on the show. So in the chat room,
No,
one
I
of the
know him
questions is they
personally.
want to know if you ever had any kind of on-set affairs with any of your co-stars, and they've specifically asked about Sean Penn. Oh wait, what was the? I lost it. They want Sean Penn, Johnny Depp, and John Cusack.
Her answer is no.
I know. Well, you know what? Sadly, not sadly, no on-screen romance, but we were all really good friends and had a good time, and I think ultimately that's probably better. I think sometimes if you can see it in movies sometimes when co-stars have flings, the chemistry on film is not as good as the tension of them wanting to have a fling. And so you can kind of see chemistry die in a movie when people start sleeping with their co-stars. But not all the time. But no affairs there.
But you also didn't you get to kiss Kevin Costner though in a film? In a film as part of your character, you kiss Kevin in Silverado, right? You kiss Kevin Costner?
We had the old-timey roll in the hay.
I'd love to kiss Kevin.
I'd like to kiss him too.
I love him. I think he's the sexiest guy in the world. There's a movie called The Fountainhead with Patricia Neal, who I loved and knew well. She was a good friend of mine. And of course with, what's his name? And that love affair in that movie was enchanting. And they really fell in love in that movie. Yeah. And I went to see her one time in Manhattan in her apartment. And when I went in the apartment, there to the left, there was a sofa and a table. On it was a big, big picture of Gary Cooper, who she had the affair with. And I said to her, wow, Pat, that was some affair, huh? How long did that last? And she said, last? It's still going, darling. And she was a woman in her late 70s or 80s. Even though she married Ronald Dahl, the children book writer, and had 5 children, she never stopped loving Gary Cooper. Till her death day, she was madly in love with him. So yes, people do have romances. Clark Gable had a romance with Loretta Young, produced a child.
Oh my gosh, I think every film I've been on, somebody's
so none of your films, not one of your films had a romance, not any of them, a little bit of an attraction, kind of an eyeball winky thing.
No. I think many times I've had crushes on my co-stars. You're in this intimate environment, you're creating together, which is really sexy, and you're spending a lot of time, and you're digging into each other to help tell a story and be truthful. And I think that it creates I don't know, there's something magical about it. And oh my gosh, I many times when I'm filming I've had crushes on my co-stars, and I think maybe once or twice they've had one back.
I made a movie with Sophia Loren and Tab Hunter. I was 19 years old. I fell madly in love with Tab Hunter and also Sophia. Tab Hunter remained a lifelong friend of mine up until his passing.
Right.
And I was still in love with Tab Hunter at 48 years old. He was the most marvelous man in the world. He was charming and kind and dear and
What do you
sweet.
mean 48?
What?
You said at 48 years old.
Who? No, I meant 84.
84 years
I
old.
reversed it.
Yeah, I was
tell
gonna
you,
say.
I have to retire soon. But anyway.
So wait, I have a question though.
The last time that Jimmy and I saw Tab a couple of weeks before he passed, I remarked to him, I said, I'm still enchantedly in love with you. And he looked at me and he said, and I'm so sorry I missed you when you were 17. So, we do have romances when we film, and they can last forever. Do you have anybody that you love, not sexually, but you loved working with that you still love and would like to work with again?
Well, my guy, Stephen Caffrey, who is a brilliant actor, we met when we were really young on a TV pilot. And I loved working with him. And he's an amazing actor. And I just had a crush on him. And we were friends for many years and in and out of each other's worlds. And but we've been together now for 8 years. So he...
Good for you.
Oh, good for you. How cool is
Somebody
that?
So the girl got him in the end. That's what counts.
did.
I love that.
I did, and so I hope to work with him again. He's a phenomenal actor and does a lot of theater and in New York and all over and TV and movies and anyway he's handsome.
Say his name again.
Stephen Caffrey.
How do you spell the last name?
Caffrey.
Got that, everybody out there? Look him up on your IMBD.
And then go watch his stuff.
And watch his stuff. And if anybody out there is in the biz and you're casting,
You got to
look
cast
them
them
up.
both.
You may want to cast the both of them, and we could have another Fountainhead.
There we
Oh
go.
my
So
gosh.
I have two questions. The first question
Yes.
is because you've had a very distinguished career and continue to have it because you're still working all the time. I look on your IMDb
Well,
all
not
the time.
until she works with me. Then her career is really
Okay,
distinguished.
but so one thing that really separates you from a lot of other people who, although they've been famous in horror movies, a lot of times they're pigeonholed and they can't get out of it. Whereas you've done horror movies, you've done comedies, you do everything.
Well, she's an actress.
Right, you're an actress and you do everything. I know that, but a lot of people don't always get out of
A lot
it.
of people are not actresses. They're line readers. They just read lines, right? And they're only able to do $2 movies. They're not able to ever be cast in a good movie because a director's not going to get out of them what he can get out of an actress like you.
She's not going to say anything.
No, a good
I'm like, it's
director.
Christmas time.
Wait a minute. A good director can get anything he wants
I'm
out
wearing
of
a
you.
Santa hat. I can't be
Wait a
mean.
second. Wait. Oh, no, we don't want you to be mean about anything anyway.
No,
but
but
I had an actual
wait,
question.
let me finish that sentence.
Well, I didn't finish my question. You
Wait
said
a
you never
second.
interrupt, but I had a question.
always interrupt. A good director can get anything he wants out of you. But a lot of actors and actresses, a good director can't get jack shit out of them because they only read lines. That's my point. There's
I
a
hear you.
difference between an actress and a line reader. Period.
Absolutely. But hold on. My whole thing was, first of all, was that because I know you've done everything. Was that a conscientious decision? Those are the opportunities that were given you, or you just enjoy doing everything to act in anything that's a good quality product?
Okay, first of all, that's a really good question, and I like the way you worded it. I have always considered myself a character actress. So, for the most part, I've never really been the leading lady. I'll be the leading lady in an ensemble piece, or occasionally a role will come along where I am the lead, but it's usually a really intense character piece. And so I think because I consciously... No. How do I want to word this? I think I always knew I was an attractive character actress. And so I gravitated towards roles in projects that were varied. And because the truth is, I've really only done, one famous horror film and then 4 or 5 really not so good ones. But then the rest of the stuff has been a lot of episodic TV and but I think it's because I'm a character actress that I have that opportunity. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm
Absolutely.
a senator's wife, but there's maybe something sketchy about me. Or
Okay.
I'm the mother of the children, but she is an alcoholic, or you know what I mean? Like my characters are always a little
meaty.
and
Meaty is the
fun,
word.
and yeah.
Years ago, we used the expression a meaty role. I like being a character actor also because if I were just the leading man, like Rock Hudson will say, they always played Rock Hudson. They never went anywhere. Their character was always the same. But when you're a character actor, we could play ugly, disgusting, deformed, insane people as well as beautiful, lovely, romantic people. So I understand you. The range of a character actor is far greater than a what would you call those other actors that play themselves, like Cary Grant? I loved him, but he always played.
I think ultimately we all play a version of ourselves. I think that's what makes our performances unique. Is that what I bring to a performance is filtered through me. So the truth and heart of it come out of me. So there'll be similarities from other things that I have done, or. But I think, I mean, I can only speak for myself. So I don't know.
Right.
No, but you're speaking correctly because that's what everybody thinks. People I talk to, these questions are brand new. I've asked them to millions of people, and they answer the same. They say, yeah, my character could be the Hunchback of Notre Dame, but you see me coming through it. Yeah. There's me in there. I'm portraying it. And I find that in a lot of great actresses. This one that we love very much, Downton Abbey.
Oh, Michelle Dockery.
Michelle Dockery.
She's
probably
lovely.
One of the greatest actresses of our time. I adore her. And I've seen her play Lady Mary, a snob. And also I saw her play a prostitute, drug addict, thief, murderess in a wonderful series that was canceled.
Called Good Behavior. It was on TNT, 2 seasons. It was great.
Did you ever see Good Behavior?
I did. I think she's fantastic. And she's beautiful.
Brilliant. So she's an actress like you are. You can become whatever, but it still comes through. And Michelle still comes through all of her characters, as well as you do. I like your work, and I'm not blowing smoke up your butt.
Yeah, he doesn't do that anyway.
No, I don't falsely compliment. I
actually like one of the movies. I became friends with the guy Michael Kehoe on Twitter like years ago.
Oh yes.
I know you're in his movie The Hatred, and I thought like for an indie horror movie that one was done actually really well. And then I haven't seen The Sandman yet, but it was produced by Stan Lee. By any chance, did you get to meet Stan Lee?
I didn't, which much to my
chagrin.
I did not get to meet him, but it was a really fun project to work on, and a really interesting story. And
tell us a little about it.
Well, it's a horror. Well, it's more like a creature feature.
Yeah, it's a creature feature. Yes.
Yeah, and it was made for the Sci-Fi Channel. Stan Lee produced it, and it was about. Gosh, how do I want to say? It's hard to. You know what? I don't know how to describe the story without giving away some of the stuff.
Can't do that.
It's about a family or a woman and her niece, and a creature is unleashed, and people have to fight him.
Okay, we got it.
Yeah, but
you'll get in trouble. You'll get in trouble.
Yes, it was really good.
I mean, I'm making another movie I'm not allowed to discuss. And I said, what happened to pre-publicity? Years ago, they used to tell you, beg you, go on every talk show, sell it, move it, get people to want it before it's shot. But you know what the
difference is now? With social media, there's an immediacy, and people give away too much of the story. And I have found that, working on a movie, and a lot of actors are running around taking pictures of themselves instead of working on their
Yes, yeah, I see that a lot.
Yeah, and posting pictures. Sorry, the blower guy is coming by. Posting pictures, and they're giving away the story. And I just think it's different if in the old days when people would go on a talk show or do a magazine piece about something, there was a little bit of distance. It wasn't immediate, and everything isn't.
It was a rehearsed commercial.
Yeah, and that's just not what's happening now. And I was just working on a movie, and I was seeing the pictures people were posting, and like, oh, I just cried my eyes out. It was such an intense day of me crying, and it's like, well, okay, first of all, you just gave away a plot point. in the story that nobody knew was coming. So, you know what I mean? It's a lot of self-promotion as opposed to promoting the film. And I think that's why people say...
I did that when I told you about me being a minister, because it's a very short episode. I'm not a star. My scene, if it's even 3 minutes long, is a lot. And I'm not in the rest of that movie. So I was giving away my little piece, which is insignificant, because the entire plot takes you elsewhere.
Exactly.
So
I didn't think
but that's how you have to do it. You have to know exactly what it is you're going to promote.
Exactly.
But you have to stimulate the audience to wanting to see a film also.
Yes.
Because if you say, I'm not allowed to discuss it, then people go, oh, you can't share it with us? Well, screw you. And they get angry because
he's in all kinds of films. They don't let him tell the title of the film. They're not even allowed. Basically, like that, it doesn't even exist.
I mean, it's so sad.
That sounds a little extreme.
It's extreme.
No,
it is extreme. Yes,
I'm not lying.
And it's not like it's like $1 million thing.
No.
I mean, we're talking about fun indie horror movies.
When I did The Big Friggin' Rat, what was that place?
That's gotta be the best title.
Oh no,
Big Freaking Rat.
Funny if it wasn't about a rat. That's what would be so funny. If it was about
Let me tell you something. Joe Castro, who is the #1 monster maker in the world,
in indie films.
No, I'm sorry. Monster maker in the world, in my opinion,
okay,
not letting me finish.
Okay.
He does such work that you could puke from it.
Oh wow.
Bodies with skin hanging and guts and blood. Oh,
He's
disgusting.
very talented.
Disgusting, nauseating monsters that spit fluid and a grease. Oh, you could vomit. I sound Jewish again. But anyway, oy vey, you could die from it already. Seriously. Made a rat the size of a bus. What a big, beautiful rat he made. And when I was on the set and I looked at it, I thought, oh, Christ, I got to work with that thing. Looking into its mouth and face, it was terrifying. And so it's going to be a good movie because this rat is really scary. And it's really authentic looking.
Yeah,
Joe Castro's wonderful.
Actually, she might know him, but anyway.
Have you ever worked on a film with Joe's stuff?
I don't think so. And if I have, sorry, Joe, but I don't think so.
Oh, his stuff is wonderful. I mean, he made aliens you could drop dead from. Those aliens terrified everybody.
Right.
So, that's very important in a horror film.
Wait,
hang on. Now you're interrupting.
Okay, well, I want to talk. What's
wait
an
a minute.
ORI
Let me
number?
finish. If the monster is not authentic, the film stinks.
That's true. If it doesn't look good. So hang on. So we have B. Claudia, and she's in Germany, and I guess she said, I just found a beautiful autograph. ORI. I don't know what that means. ORI from 1988 on Elm Street. It's sticker number 5, and it has an original number on it. I wonder if you remember having ever signed it, because it's on a plate with silver, and it has ORI numbers. What's an ORI number? Do you know? I don't know.
Does that mean original? Is it like, does that stand for original? You know what? I'm not a collector of things, so I don't know the terminology. But wow, 1988. I wonder. I don't know. I don't remember signing it, but I don't know. Maybe
I'm sure you've probably done 50,000 signatures.
No, but maybe it was also something that was put out by did we all sign it?
Oh, I think ORI means original from 1988.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Okay. Well, anyway, do you have a website? Do you ever go to Germany for signings?
I haven't been. I went once about 5 years ago. I hope to go again. That would
okay, so she's not there yet, B. You can just get one when she actually signs it for you in front of you. You gotta love it because you never know what to do. Okay, so let's do some hypotheticals. You've already worked with such huge people, and you've worked in all the different genres. So if you had a bucket list, who would be the male and female actor and actress that you would love to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with yet? And if you could have been in any film that's ever been made in history, whichever film you like, what film would you have liked to been in?
Oh my gosh. Okay, that's so many good questions. I think work-wise, I just saw Daniel Craig in Knives Out. Is it Knives Out? And I would love to work with him. He's just
Did a wonderful American accent.
Yeah, I just love his
Southern American accent.
I mean, there's just so many good actors out there, but he popped into my head right when you said that because I just saw him, and I'd like to work opposite Tom Hanks. And then as far as women, I'm really into Julianne Moore right now. I loved her in Still Alice. I thought that was really detailed, beautiful work. I loved her in Boogie Nights. So I think
good actress.
I could play her sister or something. And then, or I don't know, her rival. I don't even know. It'd just be fun to create with her. And if any movie ever made, okay, there's one because it's just so beautiful and amazing. And I would have loved to have been in Casablanca. The other thing is my favorite go-to movie right now is Love Actually. So I would have loved.
That's my favorite one. I love it. It's my favorite holiday movie.
Laura Linney's part in Love Actually.
That's my actual favorite holiday
fantastic
movie.
In that role. That would be my. And then I mean, there's so many movies that I've loved over time that I would love to have been in. You know, God, all like the Topper movies, and you just go back to all those wonderful character-driven stories that make people feel good. And so anyway, any old movie that is just my jam. But
do you like Turner Classic movies? Like, do you watch any of the old Turner Classic movies? That's Ron's favorite.
Yeah, I grew up watching them, and I just love the storytelling and the class and the style, and that the ability to whisk one away into a world, and like It's a Wonderful Life, and just these movies that are indelible. And
what about North by Northwest? Do you like North? That's like my favorite one.
Yeah, and I do, and I love all the Hitchcock movies, and I was like made to be in all those Hitchcock movies. You know what I mean? That's my archetype. I was his type. Yeah. So
I also like. What's the movie I like about the guy, the lady, and they send out the 5 letters, or whatever.
Letter to Three Wives.
A Letter to Three Wives. I love that one.
with Gene Crane.
You have to see that one if you haven't seen that one. That's a fantastic.
Oh, I've seen it.
Okay.
No, but I knew Betty Davis, I'm proud to say. And I would have liked to have worked with Betty Davis on Now Voyager, because in Now Voyager she was the ultimate classy lady, so chic and fabulous. Knowing Betty privately, she was the opposite. Betty was a smoker, a drinker, and a foul-mouthed lady who was tough and rough. And I loved her to pieces because she told it like it was. Yeah. Betty had no patience for bullshit. But in Now Voyager, she was the grande lady. So I would have liked to have made Voyager with her.
Well, you know what? She was a really beautiful character actress. And I think, like, when you see her work, it's so detailed, and she deep dove into those roles. I loved her in Now Voyager too, but I pretty much loved her in anything I ever saw her in.
Yeah, and I never interviewed her because I wasn't allowed. She wouldn't do that. Because we were friends. So when we spoke, I didn't speak interview. It was difficult to not ask her questions. A million were going through my mind. But I did say to her one time, I'm so happy that you were the first actress ever to not worry about looking good in a film. You would make yourself old, ugly, fat, crooked, whatever. And she looked at me, and before anybody ever said it, she's the one that coined that. Well, it's called acting, Ron. Yeah. She coined that expression before anybody.
So, okay, so go ahead. Answer. No, go ahead and answer.
What's the question?
My next question was going to be, what do you got going now? What are we going to see you in? What's coming up? What do we want to plug?
Is there a red carpet we should go to?
I have a movie that just started streaming. It was in the theaters. Now it started streaming. It's called Badland, and it's a Western. And I love it. I love my character in it. And it's streaming on Amazon Prime, Vudu, Apple TV, or iTunes. Well, any streaming device.
And along with you, it stars Kevin Makeley, Mira Sorvino, Bruce Dern, Wes Studi, Jeff Fahey, Tony Todd, James Russo, and I know there's more, but those are the ones I know.
And Trace Atkins, the country singer.
Trace Atkins.
And why does it sound familiar?
Everybody brought their A game for this movie, and it's really good. And I love my role. And the fun thing is, Jeff Fahey and I were both in Silverado together, and the roles that we play are almost, just a happenstance. I run the hotel, kind a la Linda Hunt, who I worked for in Silverado, and Jeff worked with the sheriff, Brian Dennehy, in Silverado, and he's now the sheriff of the town. And so it was kind of fun. So that's streaming, and I highly recommend it. And I really want people to see it, and hit me up on social media and tell me what you think. And then in February, I have a movie coming out I'm so excited about. It stars Jay Moore, Sean Patrick Flannery, so many people. It's called The Orchard, but they're changing the name. I don't know what to. So right now it's called The Orchard, and it's a family. It's a story. It's a story of a family, and it's a supernatural thriller, and it's fantastic. I'm so proud to be in this film, this and Badland. And then there's another All Rise, which I did, which you can find online, which I really liked what I did in that. And then next year I start shooting a movie called Catch a Fallen Star about a country western singer who's fallen on hard times, and I'm his ex-wife, and the story of us trying to keep our lives together. And it's so beautiful. Paul Overstreet is doing the music, and I'm so excited about it.
I did a Charlie's Angel with Jacqueline Smith, and it was titled Catch a Falling Star.
That's his episode.
That's my episode.
See, we're so saming.
I'm telling you. And I played a undercover detective guy hiding in the dark because this movie theater was a porno theater and all the hookers were working out of it. Now listen to this for bad casting. They made Jacqueline a hooker. Jacqueline couldn't look like a hooker if she laid there with her legs open.
I know.
Mean, when I saw her come on the set,
class and
no, she's a baby. She's an angel. She really, she is the most deliciously sweet, not trashy woman at all. Yeah. And I looked at her in the mini skirt with the heavy makeup and the hairdo, and I wanted to laugh because it was clown-like. Yeah. They could have made Farrah or look like a tramp easy, but. Well, no, because of the blonde and Farrah.
Oh my God! May she rest in peace.
No. Listen, I liked her a lot. No, I liked Farrah a lot. She was a nice girl, Farrah. I think she just found out she was pregnant at the time. But anyway, Farrah was a nice girl. But Jackie Smith as a hooker was a really a stretch.
Yeah.
But it's Catch a Falling Star. Last time we had you on, you had a movie coming out or had just come out. I think it was The Id. I don't know. Is it called The Id or The ID?
Oh. Yeah, The Id, which is still streaming on Amazon Prime and other things. And I love this movie so much. It's such a great character piece to get to do about. The movie, it's a psychological horror film or thriller horror, but it's old school horror. It's not a slice and dice them, chop them up. It's a story of it on many levels. It's the story of the stress of being a caretaker of a parent, and then growing up in a home with abuse, and it's these multi layers, and it's also watching a woman lose her sense of reality through these things going on. And I was just so proud of it and proud of my good reviews for it. And it's a slow burn. It was a wonderful role to get to play. And sadly, it was never promoted. Like Badland, actually, the Western that just came out, which got a great review in Variety. It wasn't promoted. So I don't know what the reason is for filmmakers to not promote movies anymore.
I know, to make one and then not promote them.
The reason is no one's using Jimmy Star PR.
That's right. Oh, see, I wasn't a publicist back then. I got named one of the best entertainment publicists in the U.S. I've only been doing it a little over 2 years, but we promote films. I work with a bunch of horror movie actresses. I work with a lot of famous bands.
How do you think I get all my work?
I love it. No, and I see you on social media, Jimmy, and you do a great job. And I'm a little bit. I think what happens in the indie world is people know how to make a movie, but they don't
know what to do after that.
They're not the full package, because
Absolutely.
You go to all the trouble to make something and pour your life into it, and then I think my experience has been people just are happy to get it on a streaming platform.
No,
and
not
I think
real.
that's lazy. And I think
It's
it's
super lazy.
No, not true at all. Budget. They're $150,000 movies. Lucky they could pay the cast. They don't have money for PR. Today,
You know,
PR
Badlands had to
but
cost.
then I say
PR
don't
costs
make a movie
millions
then.
today.
But in my
Yes.
opinion, if you can't,
sell it, don't make it.
yeah, like if you can't actually do the business part of the show, then you shouldn't be doing it because
You're
it's
absolutely
it
right.
just breaks my heart. I don't know, and those
I've
are my
seen a
thoughts.
lot. I've seen
It's
a
the
lot
fault.
of them.
It's the fault of media. 30, 40, 50 years ago, you went to a movie, you saw a trailer. You couldn't wait to see that movie next month when it came into your theater. There's no place to see a trailer anymore. And to put it on television,
They put it on YouTube.
have you any idea how much it costs?
They
Yeah.
put it on YouTube.
It costs
Everything
more.
is done
It
on
costs
YouTube.
more than the
The
movie
big
costs.
studios are doing that. There just has to be a way, and somebody should figure it out because it's just you go, oh my god, another heartbreak of like a great movie that I don't know.
I
Yeah, they should at
wait.
least-
I wanted to do a channel called Trailers, and on that channel, all day long and all night, have nothing but movie trailers playing. So if a movie's in your neighborhood or one is on YouTube and you want to see it, go to
Right.
Trailers. Trailers will show you what you're going to pay for and see.
Oh, that's
But-
cool. Like that.
Yeah, but I haven't got the
There's a
brains.
bunch of those that do
Well, I
that
can't-
anyway.
Yeah, well, not really. Where?
It's like, yeah.
They already do it. I watch them all the time, and I think really the problem is the business part of the whole thing. And people make the film, they don't know how it's going to get distributed. They don't line up anything, and then they've spent all their money and they didn't save $5,000 to promote it, or
Half of
to-
them can't
or
even
to
have
do
an
whatever you
after
do.
party at a red
Yeah.
carpet,
half of them can't even have a red carpet.
well, let alone an
No,
after
it's
party.
true. It's true. And so I don't know, but hopefully, I know we're kind of in this transitional phase where it's making a film is so available to anybody to do, because they don't have to buy film, they don't have to, they can shoot a movie on their phone, basically. That I think that the goal of everyone is just to get it done. They don't see beyond like
Oh, my
how
dear.
to
You're right.
create more
Right.
from it or have it be a platform to create more.
I made film.
I think people aren't being mentored on what to do with their film.
You're 100% right.
I
You're right.
made film 30 years ago. I stopped because I had to raise my two children alone, and I had to stop working. I came back to work about 5 years ago, and I said, "Where are my marks? We don't have any. Are we rehearsing? No, we don't rehearse.
Yeah.
What's our shooting schedule? 10 days." I said, 10
Yeah.
days? You're going to do a movie in 10 days?
Yeah.
And where are the cameras? He said, "Oh, there they are. They look like little Kodaks." I said, "So how am I going to know where to be?" They said, "Don't worry, the camera will follow you." I thought, "What the hell is this? What's wrong with
I
this
know
business?"
it's people trying to reinvent the wheel and it doesn't work.
Wait a minute. This is
I
the
find it-
this-
Yeah.
Mandy.
I find it
This
really
this
tickling.
is the killer. When we go to premieres and it's called a cell phone movie. They shoot a movie on the cell phone. Could you vomit? Could you drop dead?
She doesn't do that.
a movie on a cell phone?
If
And
I
it's a
showed up on a
movie?
set, yeah, I think my agents are pretty thorough. Like during my deal making about how many people are on the crew, what's the budget, what's your lighting package. Like when indie people call, because I'm like, no, I want to make sure we're making a real movie.
I have a real movie coming up soon. I can't use the
No.
name. I'm not allowed to talk about it. But
It's mine.
It's Jimmy's producing it. I have a partner.
Oh.
Guess what I'm playing? A gangster, of course. And it's
No, you're not.
I'm not. I'm not the gangster anymore.
No.
Am I in the film still?
Yeah, I told you you're not the gangster.
They changed me. Anyway, I
That's
lost
so
my point.
funny.
Actually, though, I'm working with two big production companies, and we've got like 13 movies, and and now that we've had you back on the show, it puts you back in my
Yeah,
radar.
put her in
'cause
one
you
of your
would be-
movies.
You would be really good, and I'm not.
I
Doing
told
these
you
little
I
shitty
want to work
movies.
with her.
Jimmy, I would love that. I'm like, I'm in.
Yeah,
I
think
would,
that you would be
and I
really
would
good.
love to be, even if I walked past you, in a scene so I could say I was in a movie with you. Just
We
so
actually
I could
like the role that you would have fit. We actually cast, but if something happens to our, actually we cast Jennifer Blanc. I don't know if you know Jennifer Blanc Bean.
She's lovely.
She's in it, but like you would fit perfect in.
We're
So
acquaintances. We're not close friends, but whenever I see her, she brightens my day, and I think she's really talented.
Oh, well, like we have like all the people from your generation, like because it's basically like we have William McNamara. We have.
I love Willie.
I love him.
We have Scott
I love
Baio,
him too.
Robert Davi. I don't know. We have like a really good, strong cast.
Am I working?
Oh my gosh! Well, I can't believe you didn't even think of me for it.
I know, but I've got I said, I have 13. I have 13 other films. So like, and they're
Wait,
good films.
am I in a scene with Willie?
No.
What you have to? Not, what am I? Just like the guy that sweeps the floor?
Don't worry about it. Don't talk
Watch,
about it.
I have a walk on.
I don't know. Because I'm very close to getting funded, I think, and so I don't want to jinx myself.
And it pays
Yes.
really. It pays really well for a change. I'm not working for $200 a day.
I love it. Listen, I'm super excited for you, and this is great. This is great news. My fingers are crossed, and I hope that it's super successful for you.
I think so, and I think we have a bunch of other ones, and you would fit into a whole bunch because I'm trying to break out of. Well, I'm breaking out of because I'm not doing any more of the $150,000-$200,000 movies that are because I don't want to be pigeonholed in them. Just like you never had to do them, so it's very fortunate. And I've
done one or two of them, and let me tell you that they're rough. I find it rough. I'm like, that's just kind of rough. But no, I've done them because you know what? The Id was not a big budget. I don't know the exact budget because I didn't produce it or anything, but it was a tiny budget. And you know what? It was a labor of love. I loved every minute of that grueling. I loved the crew. I loved it. So every now and then a gem comes along.
Yeah, I think
I love the crew. Hair and makeup, we get along fine. I always have fun. Yeah. But the actual work, I don't like because I'm disoriented half the time.
Because they don't give you a direction.
Because years ago,
and then, for me, an amazing role has come along that was super low budget, and that I just go, oh, I'm so glad I'm doing this. So it does happen.
I think it does happen.
My question is: have you ever been disoriented in a film where you absolutely don't get what you're doing, and the director's not coming across?
100%. A movie I did a couple years ago with very nice people and actually a really talented filmmaker, but he just made the movie before he had the money to actually make the movie. And it was just such a huge disappointment because the script was so good and my role was amazing. But under the kind of circumstances we were working, it's not a place to really create well. And, I just found it to be, yes, disoriented is a good word, and disappointing, and that you just it's hard to be free and create when there's
you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Yeah.
Period.
All right. So hang on,
I made a movie that is so bad I won't even mention it because people will buy it and I'll kill myself. Where from the minute I started the film, and I played a nasty cop from Brooklyn who is now living in Pittsburgh, pushing people around. So the role was good for me, but I had no idea what the story was, where I was. The script kept changing. It was just like I was in a nightmare. I couldn't wait to get out of that movie. Could not wait. It's terrible when they do that. I don't know what these directors and writers expect from an actor. You think because you write shit and you direct crap that we're going to cleanse it up for you and make it good with our talent?
Well, she probably can.
We all can, but who
No,
wants
you know
to
what?
do it?
I think that the best you can do under those circumstances is be the least smelly fish in a pile of smelly fish.
Yes, you're right.
You know what I mean?
A good way to say it.
Yeah, because
I also feel
no one rises above it. No one's going to come out looking great. You just hope that you're the least smelly fish.
Well, I feel this way. If I'm going to direct myself, then I want 2 paychecks. I want a director's check and I want an actor's check. Because the director's getting, how many times you work with a director who you could see is lost in space, and you go over and you make a suggestion and they get nasty. No, we're not going to do that. Then you see the film and guess what? They did that.
Well, I have to honestly say, I've never had anybody be nasty with me or anything like that. I've done probably 4 of little movies like that I really regret. And I got paid well. I loved the script. And I thought, I know this is a low budget, but I think I can do something with this. And you just can't. But then I've done a couple low budgets, like I said, like the id, that turn out, and I'm so proud of it. So, but I'm way more cautious now than I was even 2 years ago. Like I think things are accelerating so fast with indie filmmaking that I really vet.
I think it's really good though, because like you don't Google your name and then get a bunch of like movies that come up and every one of them has like 1 star, or something, which is like terrible.
I do have a couple of those. I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
A couple is okay because everybody's got a couple, but some people, every one is that way.
You're also called a veteran actress, and when you're a veteran actress, you have a little bit of clout. Me, I'm just an old guy going to turn 80. Who does movies because Jimmy pushes me into.
You look like a baby.
Oh, thank you.
You found the fountain of youth, man.
Yeah, I'll be 80. That's why they hire me, because they have to hire old bags now. Diversity. So every time they need an old bag, they look at my IMDb, they see my age, they hire me. Or they see me and they say, oh no, we really need an old man.
I know. Listen, growing old is not for sissies, but the best roles are coming
now.
Are going to all us old bags. It's true.
The older we get, and especially being a character actress, I'm not trying to hang on to
youth and beauty.
But you got it already. You're hanging on to it anyway, so it works out perfect. So we have to go. Hold on, everybody. So this is Amanda Wiss, you guys. Her Twitter is @_Amanda Wiss, _AMANDAWYSS. You should follow me on Twitter.
And hang on.
Twitter and Instagram. I love Instagram.
And what is your Instagram? Is it _Amanda Wiss also? Amanda Wiss, you guys, on Instagram, so follow her.
Mandy, if we invite you to red carpet events for openings of movies, would you attend? Because we like to get in the Getty pictures. Because the Getty pictures go out all over. So that's how you get work.
I would love to attend. If I got to see you two, I would love to attend.
Okay, I'll put you on there. Because I'm a publicist. I get invited to everything.
And then we have a good time. We have a good time at the after party. We socialize, meet a lot of big celebrities, little celebrities, new actors, old actors. So for me, it's family, and I enjoy it.
And I'm totally going to get you in one of my movies because I think you'd be perfect.
Yeah, and I think you're a sweetie pie.
I'm holding you to that. I look forward to collaborating with you.
Absolutely, it'll be terrific. So everybody, this is Amanda Wiss because we got to go.
Who is a sweetie pie, and I'm happy she's on again.
Yes, thank you so much.
Happy holidays to everyone.
Happy holidays, Merry Christmas,
Merry
enjoy.
Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, whatever fits, and all the other ones. Happy holiday.
And good luck with everything. And everybody, don't forget, watch Badlands.
Smile.
Everybody, don't forget to watch Badlands. It's on Amazon Prime. There you go. All right. Bye. Thank you.
Bye, Andy. Bye-bye. What a sweet lady.
Person.
She's a sweet girl. I like her.
So, everybody, we got to do a quick commercial, and that is to hear us on W4CY Radio every week with Danielle and Scotty J. You can hear us on K4HD Radio in LA. Oh, W4CY Radio is in West Palm Beach. Hit 1069 FM in New York. Jackalope Radio in St. Louis. iHeartRadio, iTunes, Stitcher, Audio Boom, SoundCloud, Podomatic, Spreaker, Apple TV, and Podbean. On television, you can see us on Roku, Vimeo, YouTube, Celebra Media, VIP TV, and Comcast. Now we got to call our next guest, everybody. I want to welcome Ian Smith and whoever else joined us in the chat room. What's up, everybody? That was a great guest. Everybody loved her.
I love her.
She's fabulous. What did you guys?
I think she's a sweetie pie.
She isn't. She's been such iconic movies. Everybody in the chat room loved her. What do you think, Scotty
She's
J?
very good. Everything
I loved her, and I was not kidding when I said I had a crush on her. Oh my God,
she was fabulous. So let's try and get our next guests on. Do you have all their contact stuff?
Scotty, I hate to tell you, but every beautiful woman that comes on, you've had a crush on.
Yeah.
Well, let's bring
on
like
you said, I'm a pervert, right? You said I'm a pervert.
No, and it's all the iconic ones.
With all the beautiful women that have been on in the thousands, you must have a very worn down wang.
Yeah, I do. Well, I have worn out palms. Yeah, my hands are just beat to hell. Yeah, it's terrible.
What was the old thing, Betsy and her five sisters?
Yeah, Rosie Palm and her 5 sisters. Yeah.
What was it? Greasy Palm and her 5.
Rosie Palm.
Oh, Rosie Palm.
So let's go ahead and try and get our guests on.
So Jimmy.
Yes.
It's very funny that she was on because the other night. I think it was Friday. My best friend was just like, let's watch a movie. I said, sure, why not? And it was the original Nightmare Before Elm Street.
Oh, in that Nightmare on Elm Street. Isn't that cool?
Oh, that movie's a good movie.
It's a great movie.
Too scary
She's
for
a
me.
great actress.
I don't like those kind
I
of
love Better Off Dead, too, because I'm a big John Cusack fan.
All the producers and directors that know me go crazy. They say, Ron, you're in our films. How could you say you don't like them? I said, I don't like them.
Hey!
Hey guys.
Hey, you guys, hit your video button.
Okay.
Oh, hey, everybody. So now we're calling One Up Duo. We're waiting for them to see a video. Hopefully, they're going to hit a video button in a second. You guys, we met them during Palm Springs Pride. They're friends with CeCe Peniston. And they were also voice contestants. We're almost there. There we go. Okay, we're getting there.
What a nice thumb you have. Your thumb is wonderful. Now
Hi.
let's bring that up a little
Bring
bit.
it up a little so we don't cut the top of your head
Your
off.
heads are cut off. Up. No, not the ceiling, baby. No.
We'll come together at
No,
some
no.
point.
There we go. Oh, what great smiles. That's good.
Now center yourselves.
There you go. No, they're okay. You
No.
guys, hey!
Hi, how's it going?
Listen to how racist I could be. No, the white one's off camera.
No, he's not. He's on camera. Hey, you guys.
That's such a racist
we want to
remark.
make sure.
I love being racist sometimes. It's funny.
So hold on.
You gotta make fun of that shit, right?
Right.
You got it.
You have
As long
to.
as you're aware,
You
right?
can't take it seriously
gotta
anymore.
introduce 'em.
Shut up before
No,
I
we're
put
gonna
this mic
introduce
right
'em.
down your throat.
So here's what we're gonna do. Where are you guys? You look like you're outside.
So listen, we're at an airport. We're at the Houston airport because we just finished a performance on a TV show here, and we're heading back to New York tonight. So this is where we
Oh
got.
my
to
gosh,
squeeze in.
you're at the airport. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
That's why you're in sweaters.
That's
figured
exactly
that out.
right. Yeah.
Well, otherwise they would be in New York. Okay, so hold on. Let me do an intro for everybody. All right, everybody. Now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, Adam and Jerome Bell, Bastion from One Up Duo. Hello and welcome to the show.
Hello.
Thank you. Hello,
Thanks
hello.
for having us.
So let me introduce you to everybody, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
Hi, do you remember us?
Yes.
Of course we do.
Yeah. You remember?
How could we forget?
Which one of you was the one that was feeling my ass?
Oh, I think that was
Mary, don't say that.
That would be this one.
I remember something being very supple and very round.
Oh, you're so sweet. No, folks, that was one of my nasty jokes, folks. He didn't do that. That was just a joke. But anyway, you guys sang for us that night, and Jimmy and I were so impressed that we've invited you on our show. But I think,
Thank you so much for
we
having us. We're
have
excited to
something
be here.
sad to say.
No, well, we'll tell them in a minute. First, let's introduce them to everybody. First, we
Okay.
want to introduce you to the rest of the team. So we've got in Philadelphia, we have Scotty J. Scotty J, say hello.
Yo, guys, what's going on?
What's up, Scotty J?
There you go. And then we've got Danielle. She's at the W4CY studios in
She's
Florida.
a tramp. She's a tramp. She's very loose.
Oh, I'll
If
still
ever-
get
if
along
ever
with
you're-
Jerome.
Oh.
Yeah.
If ever you're in her neighborhood, knock on her door.
Do we even
And
have
then-
to knock?
And then we have a chat room full of people.
Wait. She didn't talk. Say something.
Say something, Danielle.
Hello and welcome to the show.
See?
Thank you.
She sounds like she's orgasming even when she speaks.
And then we have a chat room full of people. So say hello to everybody in the chat room.
Hey,
Hello,
everyone.
What's going on, everybody?
And then we have Eileen in the chat room too. So say hi to Eileen.
Eileen. Hey, Eileen.
You remember her, the flat-chested lady.
Right. So here's what I want you guys. Actually, I don't think they've ever met her. They've only talked
Oh,
to
you've
her.
never met Eileen?
No, they've never met
Oh,
her.
Person,
Do,
but she
do you-
seems
do you
amazing.
know what a submarine is?
Yeah,
Do you know what torpedoes are?
sure.
That's Eileen.
So,
Great
okay.
torpedo, all right.
So first
Two
of all,
torpedoes.
you guys introduce yourself so everybody knows who's who.
Yeah, hey, I'm Adam.
I'm Jerome. We have the Bell Bastines.
That's right.
Of One Up Duo.
There you go, you guys. So here's what.
Wait, hang on. Are we able to talk personally here, or do we keep it professional?
We can be as
Relation-
personal as you want.
Oh, so you
Uh,
guys, how long are you two guys in love, and how long are you together?
We've been together for about 2.5 years, been married for about 5 months now.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
boys. Good for you guys. Marriage
Yeah.
is
Thank you.
marriage. I'm married to this crap face for 8 years now. He tortures
Oh
me
my God.
constantly. He's the most horrible person to live with, but I adore him. I love him so much. I tolerate his bullshit.
Here's what happened, you guys. I read it in their bio. They met on the set of a music video where Jerome was cast to be Adam's love interest, and it was love at first sight. And they got married in New York City on June 19th of this year.
Yes.
Right. Yep.
And you
Wow.
guys, they are the very first LGBTQ duo married couple ever to compete on The Voice. That's The Voice, you guys. And they were on Team Kelly. You got to Google it on YouTube and watch their video because it's freaking awesome. And so they were on Team Kelly Clarkson, and they were super talented and super great. It was so exciting. Like, tell us a little, just give us a little breakdown with
Wait,
that.
before you go there, Jimmy and I were the first gay couple to be on television that haven't been kicked off yet.
Yeah, we've been on
Oh.
here for 8
Be-
years.
being
so gay
open-
married-
being openly gay and
interview
doing
is
this.
over.
Right.
There you
And
go.
we can do that without getting kicked off.
Oh, look at that. That's safe for TV. Look, we can do that too. Oh,
Yeah,
there
you
we
can do it too.
go.
Aw, you
So
gotta
listen,
love it.
The Voice was an amazing and terrifying experience. Being up there on that stage, with 4 backs turned to you, and then I don't know, 300 or 400 people in the studio audience, all these cameras swirling around. But the good thing was that they give you like 3 weeks to rehearse a 90-second clip, so that by the time you do the show, it's all muscle memory. So we got up there. I don't think I've ever been so nervous in my life, but it went well.
And that was our first time performing on stage together. So our blind audition on The Voice was the first time that we had ever stepped onto a stage together. So there was that too, the pressure of that, but it turned out really well.
And you saying, could it be I'm falling in love or something? Is that what you're saying?
Oh yeah,
Yep,
by the Spinners.
But that nervousness goes away, and I miss it. I mean, I'm in the business. I'm in the business 58 years, so I lost that feeling 58 years ago.
Oh.
But I miss it because now when I work and perform, it's like I'm in my house, like bored. It's not fun anymore. The excitement of nervous made it really wonderful. The fear of the audience and of not doing well was wonderful. Now I go out and I say, I don't give a shit if they like me. They don't like me. I really don't give a fuck.
Right,
that
right.
attitude. And it's no longer fun. So keep the excitement, keep the nervousness.
We're gonna try.
So one thing. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think you said you fart and it's not funny anymore. Is that what I heard you saying? There's a lot of noise here. I can't quite hear.
No, he works. And he's not always that fun. He doesn't always enjoy it as much as he used to, but he's 80.
Stop with that age. I'm not. First of all, I'm not 80. I'm 79. Don't make me old. And
He has fun. He doesn't get as excited though as he used to.
like my first movie star I met in my life, I was so excited. Now I could meet. I don't care, Meryl Streep, and it's, hi Meryl, how you doing? Oh, who cares? So everything wears off. Everything loses its value after a period of time. But the comment I wanted to make was I do miss the nervousness. It was a rush. It's a rush. You don't get. It makes you feel euphoric. It's like, and then when you go out there, you don't even know what you're doing. You're doing it by instinct. You have no idea where you are, what's
It's like
going
an out-of-body experience.
And I miss that. Now I go out there. It's like, hello, everybody. It's me.
You gotta love it. So
I want that ease.
yes.
I
Okay.
love when I see people that are so comfortable with themselves, they just go out onto the stage and there's no
when
apology
when
whatsoever.
I'm on stage doing stand up and fun, it's like I'm talking to a best friend in an alley. No big deal. And it's
so I want to tell everybody though. First of all, so they said you guys when they performed on The Voice, that's the first time they ever performed together. But individually, each one of them, it was accomplished solo artists on their own. That was their first time performing together, like as a duo. But it wasn't like they just woke up and said, "Oh, let's go sing." I mean, they're professional singers. That's why they're so good, and they've been doing it for a long time. And
they're not like you, just woke up and said, "Oh, I'm going to be a movie producer, talk show host."
Yep. So it works out really cool, and they've both done wonderful things, and they sing terrific together. And so, was Kelly Clarkson? Was she really nice? Because I've never met her. I mean, she seems like she would be the nicest person ever.
She's exactly what you would want her to be. Just super bubbly, but very real. Cusses like a sailor.
That I love.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she's very
Anything like RCC?
Is she anything like CC? I mean,
yeah,
I guess so.
Because
Yeah.
CC is as real as they come. And
Wonderful.
just so sweet, so bubbly.
I adore her. I love.
They're talking.
See that we're having over We're getting over whatever.
There you go. Let them finish though.
What is it called when the over voice?
It's not over. It's just that they're on a little bit of a delay.
Oh, okay.
They're on a little bit of a delay. So Cece's fabulous. They're fabulous. So since you guys were on the show, you've done a ton of cool things, right?
Yeah. We've been touring a lot of Pride festivals across the country, which has been incredible just to meet gay communities in different cities. We've been to some large cities like Seattle, Houston, but we've also done smaller towns like Cedar Valley in Iowa, and Waterloo, which was probably one of the most memorable experiences just because people were so hospitable. They were so excited to meet us.
We hung out with Cece. That was our first time really hanging with her. She was so sweet. She
Oh, I
met us
love-
down at there was a hotel restaurant, and she bought us lunch, and it was just so awesome. I cried like a baby, of course. 'Cause I've been a huge fan of Cece Peniston for
Cece
a long time.
She's probably one of the nicest human beings I've met, and I've met millions of human beings in this business. Now,
Right.
tell me, where are you playing in New York? That's my city. You better be good there because
They live
otherwise.
there.
Oh, so you're New Yorkers also. So I don't have to warn you that they kick ass if you're bad.
Oh yeah.
No. See, we've been through it all in New York. That's where we really kind of honed our craft because when you move to New York, you move to a place where everybody's there to be the best at what they do. So there's no excuse. Either you go and you show up and you get better and better every time, or you just have to get out of there. So we've been fortunate enough to
Absolutely.
work with some of the best singers that we've ever met.
No,
Yes.
no hokey pokey in New York. You can't fool New Yorkers.
Nope.
We know shit from Shinola. And I mean, I worked New York as a stand-up for 45 years, so I know what I'm talking about. Tough audiences. My best audiences were Jewish audiences and Italians. So when I worked Brooklyn, boy, was I a hit. If I worked Connecticut, where everybody's the blonde, blue-eyed, it was a little different. I talked about alcoholism and drunks, and then they liked it. I was very happy with that drunk. Everybody's a drunk joke. Brooklyn, I talked about killer mafia jokes, and in the Jewish audience, I talked about oy vey, my wife just bought another car. You know, that kind of stuff. And you have to know your audience, and you have to know what you're going to do to please them. So my advice to you is, whenever you sing, learn your audience and get the song that they're going to want to see. Don't sing, The Sound of Music.
Do you guys have a big repertoire?
Wait, I have a joke coming. You stepped on my line. Fuck.
We're ready for the punchline.
If you're going to be in Red Hook where the mafia is, don't sing My Fair Lady.
Okay, so let's talk about your brand new single, holiday single music video. It's called it's called Let Me Come Home. Tell us a little bit about it because the video is great.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is our new original holiday song. We wrote this with the intention of reaching out to the LGBTQ plus community because a lot of people, especially youth, face a lot of difficulties with their families when they come out. And during the holidays, that's when we desire closeness with family the most. And if we feel like we can't come home because our family doesn't accept us for who we are, it's extremely hurtful. So we wrote it for people to relate to, but then also for people who are allies or family members that haven't accepted their gay family members yet, just to kind of learn through other people's stories how hurtful it can be, because we believe that the world is so much of a better place when we can have that togetherness that we all desire.
Now, all us gay people must thank Jamie Lee Curtis. Have you any idea why?
No.
Do you know who she is?
Tony Curtis's daughter.
Okay.
Jamie Lee now has extended herself to all of the people who do not have family that will be with them. So now she's going to be everybody's mother and sister. I think that's absolutely wonderful to the LGBT community. She really wants to do. I think that's awesome. That she's going to replace mom with parents that don't want their children. Why they don't want their my children could murder you both, and I would lie for them and say my daughter didn't do that. I mean, I would never ever not. I would die if I couldn't see my kids. They live 10 minutes away. If I don't see them once a week, I'm fainting and killing myself. Wow. Could you imagine not wanting to see your child because your child was born? You shit him out, lady. He came out of you, bitch. And, and now you don't want to see him because you made him a fag? Give me a break.
How's it with your families? Has your families, were they accepting when you guys came out, and did they come to your wedding? I mean, was it all good?
We had different experiences, Jerome.
My family was super open always. So my coming out story wasn't even a coming out story. It was just
and And that's strange because black people, mostly of our friends, they think that the white man made them gay. Oh, my son's gay. Some white guy must have grabbed him. Because black people are not gay. White people are. So I've heard that from my black friends who are gay, and I think it's hysterical. You know, I said, funny, we heard the same thing about black people. Black ones are gay. They made the white ones gay. So everybody's fucked up.
So it was good for you and not as good for you?
Yeah, not as good for me. My parents took it hard at first. They came around pretty quickly. Like within 2 years, they were coming around. But my sister still doesn't accept me, and she calls it a choice and a lifestyle. You know, all these words.
My sister too.
She must be related to my sister.
Yeah, must be related to my sister too.
I haven't spoken to my sister in 30 years. She said, you were married for 16 years. You have 2 beautiful children. What made you decide to be gay? I said, I woke up one day, I was bored. I said, I'm going to be gay.
No, I totally like identify. Like I actually didn't talk to anybody in my family for like 20 years. Actually, it wasn't until I met Ron really that I started talking to my family again.
Wow.
So
because I'm Italian and we believe in family.
We went like 20 years, without really speaking at all. So.
And I just hate that. I hate lost time. You know, I think people take for granted the time that we have here, the relationships that we have. And if you spend time quarreling over something that really doesn't matter, you're just wasting precious time.
No, but you have to look at it from straight people's viewpoint.
Okay.
When straight people find out their son is gay, the first thing they think of is what they do sexually.
Right.
And that's what upsets them. Now, we don't do that when we find out what straight people do, because straight people do the very same thing that we do. They just have
disgusting.
They just have an extra they just happen to have an extra hole.
Well, that's hilarious.
So, straight people, remember, what you do, we do, but we do it better.
There you go.
Oh,
I love it.
We do everything with excellence.
That's right. And by the way, like you guys, first of all, should follow. It's One Up Duo everywhere, you guys. So it's ONEUPDUO. Follow them on Instagram. They're all wrapped up right now, but like if you see them, they're both like Adonises.
Oh, they're very good looking.
They're both
very
like
cute.
Adonises. They're muscles for days. They have great videos. Their video, you guys, they have another song they released earlier. It's called Call My Name, and then the new Christmas video is called Let Me Come Home. And we have a slight problem with it. We actually got shut down. The last 2 weeks we played music from guests that were on, and they weren't all famous. And YouTube shut us down. They won't let us play it. They won't actually let us play it without. They'll shut the stream off, and we'll go dead. So we're going to be finding a new way to stream. But I can't play the video. I had it all sent it to everybody, but like the station informed me we can't play it because otherwise they're shutting down the stream.
I don't understand what YouTube has to do with that at all. They should just mind their business and go on.
Because all those people are on there. Like last week we played Sister Sledge.
Wait a minute. The best part of this streaming is the fact that we don't have to go through network, which is bullshit, all red tape.
Okay, but anyway, don't worry about it.
So
we can't play it because we got
shut
shut down.
So now YouTube has become network.
Yeah, really.
There's so much censorship.
Yes.
Your favorite saying is, mind your business.
Mind your business.
And even though you guys are indie artists, because I tried to push it through, you guys are indie artists, there's probably nobody going to make a claim, but we can't take a choice because they won't let the station stream. And I mean, I would ruin it for every other show.
Listen,
let's not do that.
We do not have a sponsor. We do not make any money from having you on the show. The only reason we have you on the show is to help you out to become better known and famous. How the fuck can YouTube object to that? We're not playing your. Wait, shut up! I'm a communist. We're not playing your music. We're not playing your music to make a nickel. We're playing it so you could make a nickel.
Right.
So
what we want you to do, though,
YouTube and tell them.
But what I want you guys to do is do some kind of a little clip. I know you can do things on the spot because you do it all the time, and
you sang for us
because you sang for us. So I want you guys to put something. You don't have to sing the whole song. Just give us a couple bars so everybody can hear how fabulous you sing, and then we'll.
All right, so we're
sing.
I know you're in the airport. Yes, I know.
Sing a Christmas
song.
No.
Okay, just a little Christmas song. Here we go.
All right.
Yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light.
From now on, our troubles will be out of sight.
That's it. That's all we got.
Harmonize together. Now do a harmony together. Do a harmony together. Something where we can
I'm
hear
gonna
you
bitch
harmonize
smack
together.
the both of you now. Do it together.
Don't worry about the people in the airport are gonna love it when they hear you. They're all gonna come over. Who are these people? Autographs and shit.
A shining star upon my brow, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
I love it. Yay!
Ladies and gentlemen, that's called singing, and those are called voices, which nobody seems to have anymore because they all go through the system which records you. Like you drop a note, the machine makes it good.
Auto-tune.
Auto-tune.
Right.
This is raw. This is like they're naked performing for you. And maybe they will do that if we ask.
Right.
Anything for a rating.
Okay, so wait. So now you're going back to New York. Do you have a show or something there that we should promote?
We do have a show. It's a private party, so it's nothing to promote.
We can't promote it.
So
Okay.
we can probably just tell you we're singing our holiday song at Al Roker's holiday party.
Oh,
So
good
it's-
for you.
Yeah, it's a pretty
How
good.
old Al? If it gets any skinnier, he's going to disappear. Remember how fat Al Roker used to be? He
Yeah,
was
he's
really a
little.
fatty.
Yeah, he's little
He's
now.
a very
That's
little.
good, yeah.
I've seen him in New York a lot. He ran the circle I ran. Never knew him, never met him. But I watched him get skinnier and skinnier and skinnier.
Right.
So what? Wait. So let's talk a little bit. Okay, so you guys, you have a single, a Christmas single. What are we looking for in the new year? Are we gonna have a new album coming out, or another single that's not a holiday single, or what do you guys got planned for 2020?
Yeah, we got a couple things. We're gonna finally make a music video for "Call My Name" just to finish that up.
Oh,
and then
good.
We're gonna be writing. We're in the process of writing a full-length album right now. So by the end of next year, we'll have that available on all digital platforms, and then we'll give "Let Me Come Home" another big push next year and make sure that it's seen and heard by all, and then that's it.
Love it. I think it's fantastic.
Work the Al Roker room, because if he's inviting the people that I know that he knows, that's going to be a celebrity stock room.
Yes.
Going to be a lot of VIPs there that can help you with your career.
Right,
I won't mention a few of them, but I know a lot of them that Al is friends with, and they're big deals. So
Right.
dress sharp, look sharp,
Oh,
brush your teeth,
And have him get you on Good Morning America.
make sure your breath doesn't smell,
Right.
wash your ears in case somebody sees you sideways.
Yep.
So now wait. So the holidays, Christmas is coming up. Like are you guys staying in New York for Christmas?
We'll actually be in Florida. We have a show at Disney World performing with an
that's fun.
acapella group that we perform with from time to time. So we'll be spending Christmas together in Orlando.
Oh my gosh. So
Oh, that's
what's the name
okay.
of the acapella group? Can we give them a plug?
Yes, their name is The Edge Effect.
Okay,
And that's
cool.
at Edge Effect Music.
Now,
you go.
do you two dress identical when you perform?
We usually compliment each other with what we're wearing. Like right now, I can't quite tell, but this is like a velvety sort of brownish shirt, and then it matches what he's wearing. So we always try to look like a unit, but we don't dress identically.
But you don't dress identical like identical
right.
twins. Okay.
I like it. And
But,
you,
I am gonna have to take your sweater. I love that sweater.
I know.
Isn't it cute? Look,
that's his Christmas sweater.
you know how old this sweater is? About 7 years old. I only wear it once a year.
I love it.
We love it too. But you gotta have fun.
You know,
all the
it's
way
not
around.
that corny, but it's Christmas, and I like
It's perfect.
Right.
It's perfect.
Have you been to Florida before? I'm actually from Florida, South Florida.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you are? Okay. Yeah.
He says it with such pride.
I don't like it.
Excited to go.
Palm Springs is more fun. I'm from Fort Lauderdale though, so it's another great.
Now, we
Mecca.
met you guys in Palm Springs.
Yeah,
Where-
we met them at Gay Pride.
Right.
Yeah, where do you come from? Where-
Texas.
Texas originally.
And I'm originally from Michigan, outside of Flint.
But you live in L.A.
No, they
In
live in
New
New York.
York
New York City.
Oh, so you flew out for the Gay Pride that we had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did you perform somewhere?
Yes.
Where?
I don't know. So where you performed at Gay Pride, right?
Yeah.
Yep, we were there performing on the main
On the main stage, Sunday. It was a Sunday.
Oh,
was
shit. And
yeah,
we
we were
missed
the-
it.
We were the
there
last
early.
performance.
We were, CC, myself, and the other CC, we were all there earlier, and then we got tired. We left around 4. What time did you guys go?
Right. I think we went on right after you guys.
Yeah, I think
Oh, I would have. Had I known, we would have stayed. Oh crap!
That's okay. We got to meet him with CC,
No,
and
but
now
I-
we get to
I
meet him
wanna-
now.
I wanted to
Next
hear-
time, though.
Next time, because you guys are going to be playing like all over the place. This is really just the beginning for you. I mean, it was what a
Yes,
great platform you had. The Voice was a platform for you to get started. But this is just the beginning. You guys are just getting started. You're going to be around
Right.
forever, and we're hoping that you're going to be, by the end of the year, hopefully next year, hopefully we'll have you as more of like a household name, and everybody will know. you.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
the Andrew sisters.
Like the Andrew sisters. Actually, though, because they sang "What Could It Be I'm Falling in Love." That's like
Actually, their harmonizing is the music I love because it's from my day. Years and years ago, we had like the Ink Spots. I don't know if you're not kids know who he is. The Ink Spots were a black group, the first ones to come out, and they had a song "If I Didn't Care," and they were the first people to harmonize like "If I Didn't Care," bo, 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 and they did all that crap where each one did a little bo, 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 and it,
Right.
it caught on. And this Andrew sisters and the McGuire sisters and the Joy Tones, all those people copied from the Ink Spots. Nobody knows that. But the Ink Spots were the first guys that did moo moo moo.
I'm going to have to check them out online.
Yeah.
Oh, their music is fabulous. And
Yeah.
the lead was, "If I didn't care for you." They spoke like that. It was wonderful. But it's just nostalgia. But the Ink Spots had quite a few albums, and they were the hit of the world at the time. And that was a prejudiced time when a black group was difficult to perform. But
Sure.
they sort of snuck out of the black market and got into the white market just by the, hair of their head.
and then they became superstars.
Then they became superstars to show the world that, and I'm not saying this to be like a bullshit artist, but black people, boy, can they sing. I mean, I have about 7 or 8 dear friends of mine who are black. They sing better than the whites. I don't know why they have the vocal range to do it. Patti LaBelle,
Right.
number one. Give me a break. And of course, my wonderful friend Cece, and Angie B, and who else? And
I don't know, but Adam, one
So
thing
many
you're
people.
going to have to make sure as you two grow older together. I know you've heard the sentence because everybody. I mean, if you look at CC and everybody, they're all beautiful. He's always going to look exactly how he looks right now. He's
Oh,
never
yeah.
going to look different. So you got to work extra hard to be able to keep up with him, to keep the beauty, because right now you're both beautiful.
Jimmy,
In 20 years, he's still going to look just like that.
because
I am
No.
exhausted already just trying to keep up with these.
No.
I am
They-
exhausted.
like
But you
they
know what?
say-
I always tell people that I think that people like to say that black don't crack, which is true. But I think it's because black people just know how to take care of their skin, unlike us white people that just get
here's
real,
what they
real
really
crusty
say.
real early.
Here's what they really say: black don't crack if they don't do smack.
Right.
But if you're doing smack, baby, you ain't gonna.
Which, by the way, the chat room loves you guys. Every other line in the chat room says, "God, they're cute." Oh my gosh, they're so cute.
Chat,
Oh,
chat,
that's amazing.
chat room. We met them in person, and when I meet all these people in person, they're always trying to get something out of me, like we'll be on your show, blah 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 blah. These guys were sweet as could be. They didn't do any of that shit. They were really nice, and
they sang for us.
And they're nice boys, and they harmonized for us. So they're not aggressive crap like most of the people in
And
our
they're
business.
very guys. So you guys got to follow them everywhere.
Wait,
It's One Up
if you
Duo.
saw my private
Yes.
messages, I get hundreds of private messages from people.
I bet. I
The
believe it.
best was a guy sent me a picture of himself naked. He had a wank down to his knee. And he said to me, "This could be yours if I could be on." So I wrote back, "You can only be on our show if you show this, but not your, because you are an asshole and the dick may count." And then I blocked him.
You gotta like
I
that.
get weirdos. I got one guy from, I think, somewhere in the world, an Arab country, who's madly in love with me. He's 17 years old. He doesn't mind the minor age difference, by the way. Mine is 17 to 17.
Wait, are you guys close in age?
Yeah, we're just 1 year apart.
Oh yeah, that's fabulous.
That
Yeah.
works. Advice: do not do 3 ways. They break up marriages. You know what I mean? Just love each other. There's ways to work out being bored sexually. After years, it gets boring. But there are ways to work it out. But don't work it out with others, because because I've
They're
seen
probably freaking out right now.
No, I've seen so many of our friends that have been in three-ways. What happens is the husbands get to be best friends, and the three-way becomes the lover. And that's a very sad place to be when you're with somebody for 20, 30 years and they're just your best friend. Right. And the young boy is the son.
The whole thing is never take each other for granted. You'll be together forever. You're already, in business together. You're the most gorgeous couple ever on the planet.
And also, try not to cheat on each other.
Yeah, don't cheat.
I know when you're I know when you're in my company, you're going to want to cheat, but refrain yourself. Use every bit of strength you have to keep yourself from touching, kissing, and hugging me because I'm irresistibly delicious. So I know that's a hard one.
No promises with that one, okay?
Yeah. So you guys,
everybody wants to ball a 79-year-old, don't they?
So you guys, it's One Up Duo. You guys, they're an indie.
Wait a minute, I don't even want to ball a 79-year-old.
You guys, it's One Up Duo. Their name of their two singles. One of them is called For the Holidays. The other one is Call My Name. Download them, stream them. Remember, they're indie artists, and even though they're becoming well-known, they got to make money. So you want to book them if you like them. Check out their website. It's oneupduo.com. Book them for your events. They do all kinds of events. They're fabulous. Do you guys do a variety of like cover songs also?
Yeah.
What are your what are some of your most requested ones? Or like what are the ones you do the most?
What do you think?
Take On Me by Aha.
Aha, yeah, that's a good one.
Can't Stop the Feeling. Higher Love, Steve Winwood.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we have a lot of super popular songs.
Do you think I'm or whatever? Do you do your voice song? I forgot the name of it now already. The voice song. Do people request that?
Yes.
Yep, we do that as well. We just because that's still a little bit of our calling card. That's how people started to know who we were. So we still do that one in performances and have a lot of fun with it. Yeah. And then everything else, we just like to do timeless pop music. So it could be something from the 80s, 90s, now. Mm-hmm. As long as it has good soul and it feels positive and happy, we love that.
Positive. That's the word I love to hear from everybody.
I like that one too. So if we were like to go to your iPod or your Apple phone right now and hit like the songs of what's the most played song, like what are some of your like most played songs right now that you're listening to?
Oh, right now I'm obsessed with Casey Musgraves, who is a country artist. I absolutely love her album. So that's what is on my.
She has a Christmas special.
Oh, and of course you forgot to say CeCe's new song.
Oh
yeah.
No,
CeCe already knows my favorite song of hers. Keep on walking. That's my.
Keep on walking is awesome.
Mine is Finally. There'll never be another one out of CeCe that did to me.
Yeah.
Finally drives me mad.
He has a video vacuuming to Finally, like
dancing
to it, and it got like 100,000 plays.
We're supposed to send it to her.
I don't know where it is now.
Somewhere. She wants it. She wants to put it on the side. But Finally, there was, I always say there's three great songs that were written. Donna Summer's Last Dance was absolutely the greatest song of the day, and also We Are Family with Kathy Sledge. Kathy's a friend of ours. Now we know Sledge. Kim was on our show this week. And the third one, what's my third song? We Are Family, Finally. And then the third one. Oh, Donna Summer's Last Dance.
Yeah,
that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Have you guys met Patti LaBelle yet?
Not yet.
I met her briefly. She was doing an event with LaBelle like years ago. She had a huge glass of red wine, and she was so sweet.
She's a dreamboat.
That's his ultimate. He wants to meet Patti LaBelle.
If ever you meet her, give her a kiss and say, "This is from Ron Russell. He loved you. Now, bitch, get on his show." As I said, there's an old story. I'm not going to do it so quick, but Patti almost came to our house in Pennsylvania for an Italian dinner, and we moved before she was coming, and I'm devastated. I could have had Patti as a house guest, and I was
that's his ultimate.
I was going to serve her a dessert, and it was going to be her cobbler. Patti LaBelle, did you ever eat it? Her pot. Go to Walmart. Cobbler.
Actually, you guys don't eat a single bad thing, right? Because there's no way you could have like bodies like that and eat junk.
Yes, I had a body like that when I was there.
You just both inhaled a pizza.
Yeah. When I was your age, I could eat a truck full of food and I never gained a pound.
Yeah, but they got abs and shit.
Are you saying I never had an ab?
You don't have abs. Not like they have abs, no.
You never saw me when I was young.
I
You
know,
weren't even
but-
born when I was
So
young.
you guys follow, listen up, check out One Up Duo. They're One Up Duo on Twitter. They're actually
Wait, how did you see they had abs?
on Instagram. Go on their Instagram, everybody. One Up Duo. They've got videos of them playing songs. They've got them at events. They're super fun. That's where they're way more active. And then their website is oneupduo.com. You guys, I don't know when your plane's leaving, but we've only got a minute left, so we want to say.
And to conclude this, I may not have had abs, but I had outrageous beauty.
There you go.
Still
This
have
is
it.
One Up
Still
Duo.
got it.
Check out their video on YouTube, you guys. It's called Let Me Come Home. Download their music. We wish you guys the greatest holiday ever. Have a Merry Christmas.
Same to you.
Have safe travels right now and have fun in
if you're-
Florida.
And if you're in Palm Springs next Christmas, we're going to invite you to our Christmas party.
Please.
Not for you. We're not inviting you for who you are. We don't give a shit about you. We're inviting you just to sing.
Okay.
But I'll feed you. You get a meal.
No, anytime you guys
Wait a
come to
minute.
Palm
And
Springs,
if
let us know.
either of you play the piano, you get a dessert.
Perfect.
No, seriously. I would love to have you guys come to one of our get-togethers. So when you're in Palm Springs, let us know. And you
Okay, we will.
don't have to sing.
Okay, we're happy to. Thank you
We're
guys
happy.
so
All
much
right,
for
you guys.
having us
Safe travels.
Thank you.
so
We'll
much.
talk to you soon.
Bye-bye.
Be a great hit at the party, fellas.
Bye-bye.
And listen, if Getty photographers are there, make sure you get a Getty picture because
Yes.
Getty's pictures go all over.
That's
you know,
the official.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes.
you must be
You gotta
so.
love
I don't
it.
think he's going to have press there. You think he's going to have press there?
Not at his party.
I don't think so.
No.
Maybe not.
But
I
in
don't-
Florida, they will. So get it in Florida.
Always
Yeah.
Right.
For
look
sure.
for Getty photographer.
All right.
Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Take
Thank
care,
you guys.
boy.
Take care.
Bye-bye.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Danielle, Scotty J, we want to thank you guys. It was a fun show, a very different show, but we had a really good time. And
And let me just say something. Danielle, who I tease all the time, is one of the sweetest people I know, and I really do love her. And Scotty is a brilliant fella. He knows how to get us out of jams, and he's a funny guy. And I want to wish the both of them a very Merry Christmas, good health, prosperity, and for Danielle, get another cup.
there you go.
See, I'm going to have
Like-
to send you guys a nice bottle of vino now.
Yeah, there you go. And then everybody's next week is our Christmas show, you guys. So we'll see you next week,
No,
everybody.
we won't see you.
Yes, we will. We have one more show and then Christmas.
Oh, I thought we were dark next week.
No, we'll talk the next 2 weeks after that.
Oh, okay.
So, all right, everybody, we'll see you next week for our Christmas show. We're going to have a lot of people chiming in and have a good time, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.